Morning everybody. So I thought we'd have a bit of fun with colours today, just because it's Christmas, and why not? But today I'm wearing amber, and the reason I'm wearing amber is because I'm going to be talking about monitoring, and monitoring being one of the most important things that I do, or it certainly has been the last week, and that's with the weekly diary detox. That's an amber behaviour, and how it saved me 180 hours in the last couple of weeks. 180 hours. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the colours. So we have the green behaviours, and those are thinking, communicating, and improving. And if you have those in your diary, those are the things that are going to take you, your people, and your business upwards, make you better. Then we have the amber behaviour. Now, amber behaviour is monitoring and directing. There's just two of them. And those are the things that if you have them in your diary in the right proportion, will keep things where they are, manage risk, and maintain status quo. Then there's red behaviours. Now that's doing, that's transactional stuff. And if you have that in your diary too much, it could take you backwards because it'll take time away from your amber or your green behaviour. And then there's brown behaviour. Now if you have that in your diary, then it will take you, your people, and your organisation backwards because it's floating and it doesn't add any value. And then lastly, we have blue behaviour. Now that is living, and living is about looking after your mental, physical, or spiritual well-being. That's the you time. Very important, that piece. Anyway, let's get back to it. So I was wearing amber. So when we come to amber, the most important piece of amber behaviour that I do is my weekly diary detox. And it's, anything between 10 and 30 minutes. For me, it's about 10 minutes. 10 and 30 minutes where I get to do two main things. One is I get to reflect on my past week and what I've been doing. And the second thing I get to do is I get to look forward and plan my future week out so that I meet all of my targets and do all the right things. And a really important part of that is the looking back, it's the reflecting. And what was interesting is that as part of my weekly detox, I noticed that I had an element in my diary. And it was only in the past about half an hour a week. And that half an hour a week was looking at backing up the Diary Detox Practitioner Portal database. It's where the Practitioner Portal, it's where the server sits, and it's making sure that none of the information is lost. And whilst I've been doing that on a weekly basis, now that we're getting more practitioners on board, it's something that really needs to happen on a daily basis. And I'd noticed this in my weekly diary detox. And guess what colour that was? Well, the colour of the backup, carrying out a task, was red behaviour. Now that's a task, that's just carrying out stuff. And of course, there's always a danger, as I said before, that if you do too much red stuff, then it can take time away from doing the green and the amber stuff. And if you think about it, a backup of a database isn't something that really I should have to do. And it was just down to a decision I made originally to go with a certain company who didn't do automatic backups. So as part of my weekly diary detox, that amber behaviour, I got to think about it and thought, actually, surely there's a different way to do this. Isn't there a way of improving this? And interestingly, just through doing that piece of amber behaviour, and finding that bit of red behaviour that was going to be appearing in my diary for potentially up to half an hour every single day of a 365, because at the end of the day people don't use their apps when I say they should use it. They use it when they want to use it, and that could be any day. So by doing that piece of amber behaviour and noticing that bit of red that was very, very small in one particular day but could be a lot over a longer period, I decided to do some green behaviour. And that green behaviour was to improving. And that was to improve it by moving that server to a different provider, a provider that provided automatic backups. Now, by doing that, okay, I spent some time. Let's say I spent over a period probably around about 6 hours migrating that from one place to the other. And that migration would have again been could have been seen as red behaviour, but it was about improving the business, and so therefore it was definitely green. And whilst I spent 6 hours, which could have been over a week's worth of that half-hour block taken across the from the beginning to the end, It's the amount of time that it will save me. And if you think about it, saving a half an hour every single day, 365 days, that's 180 hours worth of effort saved just by investing 6 hours. And that's the key thing. Just by doing a little bit of Amber behavior, that weekly process, looking back, you can spot things and go, hang on a minute, there's a way of improving that. You can remove your red behavior by ultimately putting in place some green behavior. But it all comes, the green comes from the amber. You've got to look and you've got to reflect. And that is the weekly diary detox. That's the importance. So I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of fun for Christmas. I'll be doing some more videos, of course, next year, and showing you more about the colours. And of course, you'll see me wearing the appropriate colour in each one, so keep an eye out for those. So I hope you've had a great year. Thanks for watching for this year, and I look forward to next year. In the meantime, have a great day. Have a great Christmas.